So that's how our week got started.
One of the big changes happening this summer is this lab that has been a Mac lab since I got here 20 years ago, is being turned into a PC lab. So really weird to see nothing on these counters, but the devices haven't even been purchased yet, so it's going to be an interesting 3 weeks.
Something that happens many summers is the SWAT team comes out and does maneuvers at our school. It's nice to have a building that very few people are in, where you can talk strategy and test some things out. And it's weird as a teacher to have people suddenly fly by your office and be able to sit comfortably in that situation. But yeah, they were at the school today.
Snowmen and snowflakes.
So when you're testing a computer network, one thing that's useful to have is a device called a toner. And basically this device here is sending a signal out through that network cable. And this device here can hear it. And so when I push the scan button, if I'm close to the wire, I get noise. If I'm far away from the wire, I don't get anything. So then when I go to the network closet, I find where that wire should be connected, and I get quiet noise, I get louder, it's in between here somewhere. So now I can plug in. I actually use my cell phone wirelessly to get the results off of this. Then if I hit this cable scan, cable's perfectly good. All of the numbers are exactly the same. So that means that they're all connected straight across. So interesting. Go back to my closet. I plug my cable back in. And hopefully, when I go back to my phone, I get full connectivity on all of the indicators. So hopefully it works on the computer. So I know this doesn't necessarily mean that the computer can talk to the network to anybody else, but this is exactly what I wasn't getting yesterday. Another great component of working with high schoolers is a lot of times they will just kind of prop their feet up against the wall or something, and this network cable is pulled completely out of the wall, and so the end of it is completely stripped off. It's supposed to have one of these little network hoods on it, and so I need to fix this. And I often get asked about this punch down tool. Basically, all it's really doing is pushing the wires way down into these little crevices, and there's a sharp edge here that cuts the end of the wire off so it's nice and clean. And now we have a functioning network drop. And of course I totally forgot that network drop would have been broken when they came through and right-sized our network. So guess what? I get to use the toner again. And yep, look. And so now I've got a yellow cable in amongst all my white cables. But I also have a functioning computer on the other side. And like I said last time, there's the symbol of happiness. So I've got a bit of a dilemma today. Little backstory, little history. I don't really enjoy reading. Reading isn't something that I just find time to make happen. Several years ago, I found an author that I really like. Her name, when I met her and got to know her, was Trisha Williford. Her author name is Trisha Lott Williford, and she recently remarried and is Trisha Hire now. But like I said, her pen name, her author name is Trisha Lott Williford. She has an amazing story that she's told in a series of books. So the first book in her series is called And Life Comes Back. I don't want to spoil the story. I'd love for you to go read it, but she's been a writer for a really long time. She talks about how she grew up wanting to write, and she was doing vlogging and stuff like that, and tragedy really hit her life. Her life got wrecked and she found a way to write about it, and it's just fascinating because like I said, she'd been writing, and so she just continued what she did. And so it's just a remarkable story of how to deal with loss. And then her second book is Let's Pretend We're Normal. Again, with loss, how do you push through it? And then her third book is called You Can Do This. And all three of these books I've flown through, which says a lot for how she writes. I just love her style. I can't put my thumb on what it is. It could be that it's an autobiography of a person I know, which I guess is kind of the reason why I decided to do this vlog, is to just tell the story of a normal person. And Trisha's a normal person that just got dumped into a very hard situation. Well, Trisha came out with another book. Just came out last Tuesday, and right now I don't have time to devote a whole lot of time to reading it. One thing I know about Trisha's books is I don't set them down. I read and I read and I read and I read until I'm done, and then I have to wait and wait and wait until she writes another one, and then I read and read and read and read until I wish I could find another author that I like as much as Trisha's, but this afternoon hopefully I'll have some time to read through this. We've got a birthday party tomorrow, so I don't think I have a whole lot of time. Maybe tomorrow night I can read a little bit more. But then back to work on Monday, and you never know what you're gonna get once the work week starts. So that's my dilemma. So thanks, Trish, for writing another book. Again, it's called Just You Wait, Trisha Lott Williford. Available on Amazon stores. It's not a sponsored video. This is a plug for a friend.
Before I have time to read my book this afternoon, the guys from church are getting together to play frisbee golf, and so we went to hang out with them for a little while. So 8 hours later, I'm done. Just a really good read, really challenging. Might have to go through it again, just because there's a lot of discussion stuff, I guess, that I didn't really participate in physically. I mean, I definitely thought through the questions, but I think there might actually be value in writing this stuff down in some sort of journal. Such a good writer. Trisha, thanks for writing another great book. Again, for those that are interested, it's called Just You Wait. And as you can guess, it's about what do you do when you're waiting for stuff. So, patience, contentment, and hope for the everyday is the subtitle. Again, a lot of fun. Great book. Glad I know you, Trisha. And glad I bought your book.